You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Sometimes I just get angry when I see somebody watch an ex-man achievement and declare that was easy. They don't see all the struggle and all the failure. They quickly form allegiance to toast the winner. But in this life there's a truth, and every tree you see have a root. And it's from way below the surface you bring up your food. Now Thomas Edison, the light bulb inventor, his 2,000 times he failed before the bulb could light. And when he reached age 67, a fire cost him 2 million. That's when the studio burned to the ground one December night. But he stood strong, faithful to his craft, and 3 weeks later released his first phonograph. You see, he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I say he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Okay, Shaki. They say that pressure, it does make diamonds out of rock. And it's the same with the human character. When our dreams are dumbstruck in a jail, 2 men looking out through the same bars. One will fail, cause he see mud while the other sees stars. You see, while pressure humbles the meek, it strengthens who earnestly seek. It's the barometer that measures the strong and the weak. Because Martin Luther and South Africa Nelson Mandela, the darkness in their jail cell couldn't dim their lights. And civil rights advocacies only fuel more energies. For the more injustice rages, the more they fight. And for 27 years, Nelson Mandela suffered. And from jail became president of South Africa. You see, Nelson had the stuff that great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Potential, I say he had the stuff that great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface.
This is Caribbean Vibes. This is Caribbean Vibes.
Check any success story, take anyone you wish. and you'll see the road is often littered with blocks and rubbish. But as you clear one hurdle, you will meet another. And as you lift one burden, you'll hit the next gutter. You see, while your progress is slow, your determination must grow. Just affirm and confess the success you already know. Don't you know Elvis Presley was fired by Jimmy Denny? After just one show, he was told, go back and drive truck. And the great Beethoven of music, imagine he was deaf at 46, but that's when he produced his greatest musical stuff. And the great Caruso stood firm by his choice, although his teacher told him you can sing and you have no voice. But he had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Oh, he had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Yeah, Shaki. As a nation, we will do well to train our young, not to adopt a luck and chance approach or a gaming disposition, for they will dream of easy money and sweet tomorrow. From a get-rich scheme with a 1 in 100,000 ratio, we need to teach foundations of truth, trees that send down good roots, not parasites that sucks at little gut fruits. Don't you know, Basdale Pandey walked so many miles barefoot to school, land in England with $6 to take his luck horse. And after Napoleon Airman Robinson, imagine he was shot and in prison, half blind and dying. He said attack with full force. For such men with belly, leadership was meant. No wonder they're prime minister and president. You see, they had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I say they had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, I At times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know this struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, as you get in, do your civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And this is how we start the thing.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
I'm back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we always say we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we don't just say it, ladies and gentlemen, but we also put that in words for you. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, well, I was trying to download that. Let me bring in my pal, the man himself, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, how are you going?
Good evening, Wall Street. How are you today, my friend?
Today is a splendid first day, man. I can't complain at all.
That's
super.
fabulous. That's
Say that again?
fabulous. I said that's fabulous.
Yeah. Not just that, but marvelous too as well. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to download a video here, but
Did you do any running today?
Today was my off day. I was off.
Right.
Yeah. And when those off days, let us cherish those off days. Cherish.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Cherish those off days.
Especially in the heat.
You know, it's funny. You know, the heat doesn't really bother me. To be honest with you, when I go to that, I just run. It doesn't matter.
Just think cool. Everything's up in the head.
But you know, Tommy, it's interesting you say that. When you lived in Trinidad, Tommy, and you were young, did you guys have fan in your house?
Yes, I remember we had a fan.
Oh,
One fan. One fan.
Tommy, so you mean you grew up middle class then?
I don't know how middle that class was, but
Tommy,
one fan. We had one fan.
Tommy, the only fan I used to see is from my next door neighbor. I in all my when I left Trinidad. By the way, Tommy, today is July or tomorrow is July 4th.
Tomorrow the 4th.
Okay, tomorrow will be 48 years that I left Schumacher Clavantil building one apartment to one with myself and my other three brothers with one group. One group.
Yeah, that's on the 4th of July.
Yes, July 4th, 1977.
You want to hear something? On the 8th of July, 1972, I left.
Oh, you left on the 8th? Yeah, I left July 4th, 1977. Tomorrow will be 48 years, Tommy? Right?
Yeah.
48 years I left Trinidad and Tobago. And Tommy,
Yeah.
Schumacher Clavantil. And Tommy, today, when I go back to Schumacher Clavantil, it is worse than it was 48 years ago. You know,
Sad.
that's not really I wanted to talk about.
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, just reminiscing about the time I left Trinidad 48 years ago. And when you go back, and Tommy, for the most of those years, you know who was in power, right?
No question.
Yes, yes.
I could have said the same thing about Marbella, but I'll be telling a lie. By where I used to live has improved leaps and bounds compared to what it was when I left.
Well, Tommy, Marbella must be somewhat middle class.
Yeah, that my constituency is San Fernando West, and it's in excellent shape compared to what it was when I left.
Right. Well, I grew up in the belly of the beast of the People's National Movement, right? And whenever I go back to Trinidad and Tobago, anytime when I go up to Macac, I just feel like I want to cry. And for most of them years, the People's National Movement was in power. And up to today, Tommy, those people have never voted for another party other than the PNM. I didn't even know we get into that. Really, that is not, and that is not really what I come here to talk about, to be honest with you. But
well, if it's a safe seat, they took that for granted. They didn't have to do anything special. But my seat was one of those marginal seats, so they had to do their best to impress.
So Tommy, what you're saying is that because them consider it to be a safe seat, right? They abuse you.
Absolutely. It's like you and your wife. You know your wife will take anything from you, so you abuse her, as opposed to knowing that she ain't taking stuff.
I mean, I shocked you say that.
Well, it is what it is.
I shocked you say that. I thought you would, console me or try to lift me up and tell me, nah, that's not what it really is. Since I've been out of the country for a long time, you really don't know. You just didn't see it.
Somebody used to say you could drink whatever, but you must drink reality. You drink bush tea, cocoa tea, green tea, but you must drink reality.
But Tommy, why is it? I'm going to get to the chat. Why is it, Tommy, that you will treat the most loyal people, Tommy, that way, Tommy? Why is that? Why is this? Why?
Because you're no damn good. You think about you if you have a model wife, you'll treat her badly.
No.
Yeah, because you have substance.
Let me take this call. Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Same to you.
Professor Wall Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, good night, gentlemen. Professor Wall Street?
Yeah.
Tomorrow the country going on the civil unrest, boy. Trinidad going to be under civil unrest. A massive protest coming on tomorrow.
For what?
By the agents of the PNM. The protest on the wrongdoing by this government. But they fine you, the supporters left, right, and center. Over 20,000 people lost their job.
That's a lie.
In the first 2 months at the UNC party in power.
That's a lie.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. They're coming out to protest. They're bringing people from all parts of the country to come and protest tomorrow. Right? So we don't even Front Square, I believe it's already, and protest. And bring all the time they had PIP, they had zip and everything else. But now they're finding them out. Right? They're finding them out to talk. Right? That CPEP thing there, that's one big takalabas, yeah? That's what I call it. One set of men feeding on the trust. 273 of them getting contract. And the rest is
the last minute.
People.
They got the contracts at the last moment before the election.
Yeah, and forestry they do the same thing too,
Yeah, I realize.
One set of nasty backdated thing they do there. They wouldn't win that case in CPEP, but they take it to court because plenty of anomalies take place there. Plenty. Men signing things beforehand, backdating stuff, boy, and don't talk about the corruption that take place inside of there, right? You go see for yourself, all gonna fall down in the end in the court for them. They ain't winning nothing. The scavengers can't help them. The lead lawyer squad, the scavengers, they can't help them at all. They don't know that case. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Same to you.
I want to remind the people, I'm going to keep on reminding you all about this.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
Tommy, all it make me divert my attention, because as we started talking about it, Tommy, you know, when I saw this, and I played this previously, this hurt my heart, This hurt my heart. And then we go get back to the chat. This hurt my heart. I want you all to listen to this.
Did you know that Trinidad had an oil rush over a century ago, way before Dubai had skyscrapers? In 1857, Trinidad became one of the first countries in the world to drill for commercial oil. The Twin Island Republic was striking oil 2 years before the US famous Drake well, and over 50 years before the big Middle East discoveries. By the early 1900s, oil derricks were popping up across South Trinidad, and by World War II, Trinidad's oil was so valuable that the US built entire military bases just to protect it. Trinidad wasn't just a paradise, it was once a black gold hotspot, fueling ships, planes, and even world wars. Did you know that Trinidad had a natural gas boom that turned it into one of the world's biggest energy exporters? In the 1990s, while most of the world still focused on oil, Trinidad struck gold in the form of natural gas. Back then, gas was mostly burned off as waste, but everything changed when global giants like BP and Shell partnered with the government to build Atlantic LNG in Point Fortin. When it opened in the 90s, it became one of the largest LNG plants in the Western Hemisphere. Suddenly, this small Caribbean island was supplying natural gas to the US, Europe, and Asia. That gas powered the Point Lisa's industrial estate and turned Trinidad into one of the world's top exporter of ammonia and methanol.
I mean, where did all that money go?
Absolutely. Where did that money go? Because I'm sure, even if we said the oil in the beginning went to the colonials, at least the gas money should have shown up to enrich this country greatly.
So where did all that wealth that we had go? Where did it go? You have any idea, Tommy? Huh? No, I'm just asking, because I'm not.
I hear you asking, except that if I had the answers, I'll probably be God knows who.
I mean, it is just so sad. So sad, eh? And when we look at certain communities, anyway, let me get back to the chat. Let me get back to the chat before I get vexed today. I'll get vexed.
Yeah, we have Mr. Thomas first.
Yeah. Keyshawn. Wait, Keyshawn, boy. Keyshawn saying, nah, boy, not today. Not today, boy. Keyshawn, not today, boy. Keyshawn was first. Keyshawn said, good afternoon, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy and all in the village.
Same to you, sir.
Next up was Troy Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Troy, welcome. Say hello to Kizzy. Bless, good evening to Uncle Tommy and Sam. Yeah. Bless, good evening to all right thinking chatters in the village. Stay safe, everyone. Volsan say OG's on. What you say OG's on for? You understand? People beat you to the thing, man. Good evening, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy VS.
Good evening, VS.
Yeah. Mr. Intellectual, blessed evening, Pro, Uncle T and all the villagers. Hope
Same
you're
to you.
today, in spite of the madness and the propaganda going on in the country.
That's all it is. It's like 2010 all over again. They intend to use propaganda and scare tactics.
You know, Tommy, I don't understand, eh? Why would you have a problem with the Prime Minister of India coming to Trinidad and Tobago? Why would people have problems with that?
I see the Muslims also making manima saying that things are bad in India for Muslims.
So what exactly does that mean?
I don't know.
So
I guess rabble rousing at its best.
So does that mean, Tommy, that when the PNM was in power, it was doing business with Venezuela, we should not do business with Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know if the opposition at the time should have taken the position that they took, which is to rabble rouse.
I don't understand.
Maybe the opposition at the time should have done some rabble rousing when they were playing kissy face with Venezuela, especially during the COVID time.
But maybe they did make noise though.
Yeah, they did highlight the fact that they were playing with fire.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I don't get it. So maybe people in the chat can help me understand why it is we in Trinidad and Tobago have a problem with the Prime Minister of India paying a visit to Trinidad and Tobago when we have held many dignitaries in the past have come to Trinidad and we have hosted them many.
And India has been very helpful to Trinidad from time to time, especially during the COVID time.
Correct. Let me say good evening to Miss Santa Cruz. Good evening, Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Good evening to all my friends in the chat. Good evening to you. Vindra, welcome. Good night to you, Vindra. Good night to you. Judy Ali, welcome. Good evening, Gordon Dryden Joseph. Good evening to the village. I hope your day went like my own or better. And you have or will be giving God plenty thanks, praise, and worship. I'm sure you'll be wondering if this platform will be very
I just hope that they ignore Marvelous Marva.
Say that again.
I hope they ignore Marvelous Marva.
Oh, okay. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Yes, good tea and everybody on the chat.
Same to you, my friend.
I personally have some reservations about the behavior of the Indian Prime Minister. I have no problem with the government doing what I had to do. But me personally, he hasn't demonstrated that magnanimity that most people would demonstrate if they have a multi-ethnic and a multicultural society. That is something that me personally had to come to terms with. Web trade and
Mr. Intellectual, what exactly what do you mean? Exactly what do you mean?
well, some minority groups in India
Yeah.
are sidelined. They are not taken care of. They are brutalized. Bordering on the point of, in my view, bordering on the point of war crimes. And these are things that we must pay attention to. I am neither here nor there with the Islamic people, and I mentioned that, but there are Muslims across there that been sidelined also, and some other policies and them seem to be a bit draconian. But that doesn't have anything to do with me. How he run his country is up to him. How we run our country is up to us, right? And how we trade with people once our lives doesn't go down the negative in the sense that we don't adopt their attitude nor their behavior. I don't have a problem with that. Even I never had a problem with Maduro and his behavior. He have a country to run. Wherever he do across there wants it to affect me here. What we do across there with them and they bring the policies across here, that is what I objected to.
And I think that makes sense because think about it this way, right? When was COVID-19, right? Where did we get vaccination? Who gave us vaccination?
Well, the Indian government did give us
Okay.
a number of number of vaccines
Right.
for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And then again, our government made it a political football, and I think, and at one point in time they were refusing it, right? I don't know the political games that them fellas and them would want to play, but at this point in time, is there we can't do nothing about it. We just had to observe and see what is going on, what could come out of it as to benefit the country, and maybe somewhere along the line we're going to see justice being meted out wherever it needs to be. I think that every crime or every situation that needs a judgment must come somewhere along the line, right? So here what is going on. As for we who had oil and we sell Dashing Bush and we build Petrotrain and Point 410 and let's call it Point Lisas and all them industrial estate and all them kind of thing. We sell Dashing Bush and buy that. You understand? We didn't get no gas money for that. It's Dashing Bush we sell and we buy that. It's agricultural workers. It's the cocoa and coffee that we had that we used to sell, the best in the world that build them thing. It's not oil and gas. Because the money from the oil and gas, we never see that. Like that people could have wanted to lend this country billions of dollars. Where they get it from? You understand? We don't understand what is taking place in this country. And for these people and them who decide that they want to protest tomorrow, I hope that the police and them will come out with a tear gas and the bullet, the rubber bullet and the water cannon. And as a start, it's a Lego tear gas and water cannon and rubber bullet in the waist, you know. If they didn't do that, I call in the police service. I call them out. Because when people went to protest, a couple years ago, it's tear gas and rubber bullet in the waist, and water cannon and all kind of thing come out. So I want to see that tomorrow when they come out to protest. Right? Anybody that looking to protest tomorrow because we are dignitaries in the country, that could cause some kind of thing to kill the man or some kind of assassination or some kind of thing. So if you allow that tomorrow, I watch the police and them. And for the people and them who supporting the PNM still, I want them to tell me if corruption, when they with all this corruption, and if them supporting that kind of corruption, so that people must work. So it's all right if people working through corruption under the PNM, but not under the UNs. I want them to tell me that. If anybody can answer me that question, I will be satisfied.
Thank you.
Have a blessed evening.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Same to you.
Hanan says, what is your point, caller, when you have Marva says, no pie, no harm? Okay. All right. Yeah.
You know, I find the Fourth Estate giving Marva a lot of play. The Fourth Estate look like they are in the anti-government mode also.
Tommy, listen. You didn't hear? Yeah. John, welcome. John.
Yeah, good night. Yes, good night. Good night, Mr. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Good night to everybody in the live.
Good night.
Good night to everyone.
Same to you.
Mr. Wall Street, listen.
Yeah.
I think what's going on here is that from the PNM, from how I see it, my perspective from how I see it, it appears that the PNM, right, is want to set like a raging fire, like a firestorm on the nation because the Attorney General, right, already beginning to gather information, right, based on the all the alleged corruption that went on in the past 9 to 10 years. So they're creating all kind of distraction to try to make the governing party or the government look bad at this point in time, and they will do anything because I really believe that the allegations are being alleged against these former ministers and the PNM party is real because you can see it in their behavior, and they will do anything and everything to ensure that they don't end up behind bars because the Attorney General make sure that he's going to war with these people to cut out white collar crime. So they're going to use CPAP, and I think it's the first, right? And these people and them because they know that they could create a rhetoric because it's apparently like these people, PNM people, seems not to be really following politics and the history of politics in Trinidad and Tobago because this is what's going on. At least from my perspective, that's how I see it, and from what I'm looking at, it's not looking good at all and seems to be gaining momentum. But I hope the government's smart enough, understand to handle it in a really mature sense and deal with this whole situation, especially with the opposition. And that's all I have to say. Good night. God bless.
Thank you. For me,
Yeah. But it's real. It's real that the Fourth Estate is in cahoots with the opposition as far as creating a narrative that is of negative.
Yeah, no, listen. I read there was an opinion piece in the Guardian. I don't do an editorial on an editorial in the Guardian, yeah? Bias. You understand? just
There's no question at all about what's going on with Guardian Media.
yeah, correct is right. Let me say good night to Caribbean Soul. Caller, welcome. Where you calling us from?
Hi, good night. Calling well from Trinidad, Williamsville.
What's your name, caller?
My name is Beulah.
Beulah. I'm an aunt name, you know. My aunt name Beulah, you know.
Welcome, Beulah. Welcome to the village.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Beulah is in the Bible, you know.
I'm
Mr.
telling you.
Tommy and
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Correct is right.
No question.
Beulah is taken from the book of Isaiah, and it was spoken directly out of the mouth of God. Beulah meaning the promised land, land of milk and honey, you know. And that's why they sing that song, when I die, you know, they want to go to Beulah's land, sweet Beulah land, you know. So I love my name. And when people hear my name, Beulah, they just think of an African woman. And I am of East Indian descent.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Welcome, Beulah. Welcome to the village.
Yeah, there's always have a TV on and watch all your finally program have been so interesting, and I love to listen it, just as the ground report.
Thank you
and you know, it's so informative. So all I just want to stay short and brief is that I really like how they withdraw all the security from Stuart Young. So what Stuart Young sowed, that shall he reap, and that is what he's reaping. Because I remember so much how that man made a mockery of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And he didn't know that the table's going to turn one day, that God is going to take away everything from him and make him become a normal minister or whatever he is now.
A normal human being.
You know?
Yeah.
A normal human being, that's right. And how he said, you know, disrespect the opposition leader. If Miss Kamala Prasad Bisasa, when she was opposition leader, and say she went to Zami in the toilet and he started using obscene in parliament and thing like that. You see, let me tell you something. God set up governments and he removed governments.
Correct.
And God had placed this government there for a time, a season, and a purpose, and I'm speaking it straight out of my heart. And I see that God is in control. He's leading, and he's directing. And this government, every wrong that this PNM have done, they are, you know, they are tumbling it over, just like when Jesus went into the temple and he said, you all made my house a house of den and thieves. And this is what God has placed Kamala there for. She's tumbling everything that these contractors from the PNM who got all this contract for CPEP and European and so forth. God is tumbling everything and he's going to make back everything new again. And mark what I'm saying, because everything I say, I just know what I'm saying. And they could jump out high, they could jump out low, they could drink this, they could drink that, you know? But at the end of the day, they have to submit to this government and submit all the wrongdoing that they do and bring it before the table. And I love Mr. John Jeremy. That man, he's very quiet. He listens very carefully. He's not a quick speaker. But when he do speak, I like how Mr. Tommy, how he point them out and he say, I will go to war with you and I will go to war with you. And that man know what he's saying. Because this government, for 10 years, this government had this country
under siege.
Of oppression, depression, and opposition. People didn't know where to turn or who to go to. No jobs, no help. Education was a mess. Everything was a mess. I would not say marvelous. Mr. Marvin, that man, he have a lot to pay for, and Camilla, all of them coming at him, Mr. Tommy, all of them coming at that man. The seeds that that man sow is what you're going to reap. Just like the finance minister calling me, but I'll be getting up and getting on in opposition there, like he feel he's still in government, he still feel control, he still feel like he control the treasury and things like that. But Mr. Marvin, oh God, this guy, that man name, that man had people buying water, boy. Oh yeah, I live here and every day I going home from work and I going to work, you see truckloads of water going by people's house. We never had that. We in the 21st century. And this is what this government, this last government did to our country. People had to buy water. When rain fall, you go tell me they say the dam full. So the rain is falling everywhere, but not in the dam. And they're fooling this PNMites, and tomorrow they're going to protest for what? For all the wrongdoing? Or they're not going to stand up for what is right? God going to give all your shake up.
Push back, Beulah. Push back, Beulah. Push back. I said push back, Beulah. Push back.
Yeah. When that, let me tell you something. When God ready for this country, right? The Bible says, one to those. You see, like the senators in parliament, that when this president she say, Kerry, take the gospel of the PNM into your home, into your villages, into your communities, spread the gospel of the PNM. The gospel, you know what the gospel means, Mr. Tommy? It means the good news. You spread the gospel about Jesus. This PNM government was in power. They were evil and wicked to the people. And what she said to spread the gospel, that president need me to go and sit down with she and teach she about righteousness. You see, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any man. And they might like what I say.
She meant red tricks. She didn't mean gospel. She meant red tricks.
She on that red tricks, and you appointed these senators there to go against what is right for the country. And you could tell me these PNMites, they're going after what is evil and not what is good? And then they're calling everything. The first thing they jump on is race and race and race. Race is their only defense. They have nothing else to show for it. They talk about URP. I don't know what is URP because we, where I live in, have nobody cleaning the roads again. When Kamala was there, it had real work going on. Now, since that last government, that Rowley and Stuart Young, them come in power, nobody send out anybody in all the rural communities to do their work. They take away everything. And when you talk you wrong and them right, what makes them right and we wrong? That's what they have to answer.
Beulah, I want to say.
We have people here from India, the Prime Minister from India, and all they want to go out there to protest tomorrow. To prove what?
I want to say.
What? How many people out of a job for how long, how many years? Or they didn't come out? We used to go out with the ground report and the Lego tear gas and we tail. I used to be
I want to say thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're fired. When you hang up, we will give something when you hang up. Listen to this when you hang up, okay? Thank you so much for calling us. Continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. All right?
Good night, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay, thank you so much. And so she's passionate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
At Wall Street, she's passionate.
What? Beulah get a round of applause and fire right next to that?
She's on fire.
Yeah. You deserve that. Folks.
Yeah, but
Professor Wall Street and you. Right, Tommy?
yes, she's right. There needs to be a counterattack.
Yeah, correct is right. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. Remember what Walt said. Share the live, share that live, share that live. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Yep, we're back.
I have a political cemetery. It's not for people like you and me. It is for all them politicians. I'm not digging their grave, no fuck with me hand. I find some of them, they living too long. And every 5 years it's the same old song. Some of them dead, just shame to lie down. So I prepare for them a burial ground. Rowley, my first grave for he. With joy in my heart, put him down with me. All of them useless politicians, only making up numbers in my island. Al-Rari, I refuse body. I leave them Muslim, them to deal with me. Big smile on my face and with me bare hand. It's time to move trash from out of this land.
Yes, Professor Wall Street. No audio, sir.
Folks,
No
let's go
audio.
to the diaspora meeting they're having right now. Hold a minute. Let's go to this diaspora meeting they're having, and we can listen to the Prime Minister of India speak. Hold on, eh?
Today, it is Sunil Narayan and Nicholas Puran who ignite the same excitement in the hearts of our youth. Between then and now, our friendship has grown even stronger. Banaras, Patna, Kolkata, Delhi may be cities in India, but there are also names of streets here. Navratra, Mahashivratri, Janmashtami, are celebrated here with joy, spirit, and pride. Chautal and Bathak Ghana continue to thrive here. I can see the warmth of many familiar faces here. And I see curiosity in the bright eyes of younger generation, keen to know and grow together. Truly, our bonds go well beyond geography and generations. Friends, I know of your deep faith in Prabhu Shri Ram. 180 साल बीतल हो, मन न भूलल हो, भजन राम के हर दिल में गुंजल हो. The Ram Leelas in Sandi Grandi and Dow Village are said to be the truly unique. Ramcharitmanas says, Ram Dhamada Puri Suhavani Lok Samast Vidit Ati Pavan. It means the holy city of Prabhu Sri Ram is so beautiful that its glory is spread across the world. I'm sure you all welcome the return of Ram Lala to Ayodhya after 500 years with great joy. We remember you had sent holy water and silas for building the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. I have also brought something here with a similar sense of devotion. It is my honor to bring a replica of Ram Mandir and some water. And water from the river Saryu in Ayodhya. Janmabhumi Mama Puri Suhavani. उत्तर दिशि बह सरजू पावनी जा मज्जनते बिनही प्रयासा मम समीप नर पावही बासा. Prabhu Sri Ram says that the glory of Ayodhya springs from the holy Saryu. Whoever takes a dip in its water finds eternal union with Sri Ram himself. सरयू जी और पवित्र संगम का ये जल आस्था का अमृत है. ये वो प्रवाहमान धारा है जो हमारे मूल्यों को, हमारे संस्कारों को हमेशा जीवंत रखती है. You all know that earlier this year, the world's largest spiritual gathering, the Mahakumbh, took place. I have the honor to carry water from the Mahakumbh also with me. I request Kamlaji to offer the holy waters of the Saryu River and Mahakumbh to the Ganga Dhara here. May this holy water bless the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Friends, we deeply value the strength and support of our diaspora. With over 35 million people spread across the world, the Indian diaspora is our pride. And I have often said, each one of you is a Rashtradoot, an ambassador of India's values, culture, and heritage. This year, when we hosted the Pravasi Bharati Divas in Bhubaneswar, Her Excellency President Christine Karla Kangaluji was our chief guest. A few years ago, Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesarji had also honored us with her presence. At the Pravasi Bharati Divas, I announced several initiatives to honor and connect with the Girmitia community across the world. We are mapping the past and bringing people closer for the bright future. We are actively working on creating a comprehensive database of the Girmitia community, documenting the villages and cities in India from which their ancestors migrated. Identifying the places where they have settled, studying and preserving the legacy of the Girmitia ancestors, and working to organize World Girmitia conferences regularly. This will support the deep and historic ties with our brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago as well. Today, I'm happy to announce that OCI cards will now be given to the sixth generation of the Indian diaspora in Trinidad and Tobago. You are not just connected by blood or surname. You are connected by belonging. India looks out you. India welcomes you. And India embraces you. Friends, प्रधानमंत्री कमला जी के पूर्वज बिहार के बक्सर में रहा करते थे। कमला जी स्वयं वहां जाकर भी आई है। लोग इन्हें बिहार की बेटी मानते हैं। People in India consider Prime Minister Kamala ji as the daughter of Bihar. यहाँ उपस्थित अनेक लोगों के पूर्वज बिहार से ही आए हैं। बिहार की विरासत भारत के साथ ही दुनिया का भी गौरव है। लोकतंत्र हो, राजनीति हो, कूटनीति हो, हायर एजुकेशन हो, बिहार ने सदियों पहले दुनिया को ऐसे अनेक विषयों में नई दिशा दिखाई थी। मुझे विश्वास है 21वीं सदी की दुनिया के लिए भी बिहार की धरती से नई प्रेरणाएं, नए अवसर निकलेंगे। Like Kamla ji, there are many people here whose roots lie in Bihar. The heritage of Bihar is a matter of pride for all of us. Friends, I'm sure everyone among you feels proud when India grows. For New India, even the sky is not the limit. You all have much cheered when India's Chandrayaan landed on the moon. The place where it landed, we have named it Shiv Shakti Point. You must have also heard the news recently. An Indian astronaut is on board the International Space Station even as we speak. We are now working on a manned space mission Gaganyaan. The time is not far when an Indian will walk on the moon and India will have its own space station. हम अब तारों को सिर्फ गिनते नहीं हैं, आदित्य मिशन के रूप में उनके पास तक जाने का प्रयास करते हैं। हमारे लिए अब चंदा मामा दूर के नहीं है। हम अपनी मेहनत से असंभव को भी संभव बना रहे हैं। India's achievements in space are not just ours. We are sharing its fruits with the rest of the world. Friends, India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. Soon, we will be among the top 3 economies of the world. The fruits of India's growth and progress are reaching the most needy. भारत ने दिखाया है कि गरीबों को सशक्त करके, एम्पावर करके गरीबी को हराया जा सकता है। पहली बार करोड़ों लोगों में विश्वास जागा है कि भारत गरीबी से मुक्त हो सकता है। The World Bank has noted that India had lifted over 250 million people above extreme poverty in the last decade. India's growth is being powered by our innovative and energetic youth. Today, India is the 3rd largest startup hub in the world. Nearly half of these startups also have women as directors. Nearly 120 startups have got unicorn status. National missions for AI, semiconductor, and quantum computing are becoming the new engines of growth. In a way, innovation is becoming a mass movement. India's Unified Payments Interface, or UPI, has revolutionized digital payments. Nearly 50% of the world's real-time digital transactions take place in India. 50%. I congratulate Trinidad and Tobago for being the first country in the region to adopt UPI. Now, sending money will be as easy as sending a good morning text message. And I promise it will be faster than West Indies bowling. Friends, our mission manufacturing is working to make in India a manufacturing hub. We have become the world's second largest mobile manufacturer. We are exporting railway locomotives to the world. Our defense exports have increased 20-fold in just the last decade. We are not just making in India, we are making for the world. As we grow, we are ensuring that it is of mutual benefit to the world. Friends, today's India is a land of opportunities. Whether it is businesses, tourism, education, or healthcare, India has a lot to offer. Your ancestors took a long and difficult journey over 100 days across the seas to reach here, Saat Samandar Par. Today, that same journey takes just a few hours. I encourage you all to visit India more in person, not just virtually on social media. Visit the villages of your ancestors. Walk the soil they walked on. Bring your children, bring your neighbors. Bring anyone who enjoys chai and a good story. We will welcome you all with open arms, warm hearts, and jalebi. With these words, I thank you all once again for the love and affection you have shown to me. I especially thank to Prime Minister Kamalaji for honoring me with your highest national award. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. नमस्कार. सीताराम. जय श्री राम.
That's outstanding. Thank you very much, Prime Minister Modi ji, for inspiring us with your words of deep commitment towards our shared cultural heritage. I kindly request the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sri Narendra Modi ji, to join the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago down from the stage. हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, होठों पे सच्चाई रहती है, जहां दिल में सफाई रहती है, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है. Ladies and gentlemen, what a powerful sight to see these two leaders united in friendship and a shared purpose. May the bond between Bangladesh, India, and Trinidad and Tobago continue to grow for generations to come. Let us all put our hands together and express our greatest appreciation to both Prime Ministers of Trinidad and Tobago and Bangladesh.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me thank the man himself, Caribbean Soul. You know, Caribbean Soul, you raise that point, eh? What difference is seen from Modi and an African leader? Modi standing up for his people to empower them. You understand? I have no problems with Modi standing up for his people. You know who we call? Puran, right? He called what's the other fella named Tommy? The other cricketer. His name will come to me, but he call them people name because he is about empowering. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You think all you think Penelope Beckers, Penelope weak Beckers, trying to empower them poor black PNM people who live in below the poverty line. Foster Goins, well, forget about Ferris. First, I call him Ferris Wheel now. Forget about he. Hey, Tommy, why it is they are scared to empower the people, Tommy? I'm not saying empower your people and disadvantage other people, but Tommy, when you are at the bottom of the barrel, when you're scraping the sub basement, right? Look, we was just talking about Lavantil, and then somebody just get another comment there. Who give me a comment? Let me see if I get this comment here. Yes, Fitzroy Joseph. Fitzroy said, good afternoon, Professor and Uncle Tommy. I left Trinidad 39 years ago. Palo and surrounding villages are worse today. Fitzroy said that. Look, all of us just think I just run my mouth. Look what he said, Tommy. It's worse today.
He's right, because the last time I visited Palaseco, it looked dilapidated.
Yeah. But Tommy, think about this. Think about this. I ain't gonna lie, eh? All you know how to tell you truth. I must have been to Superior twice, Tommy, in my life. In my life. But I have been told, and let me give Patrick Manning credit too. I have been told that Patrick Manning also improved, what is it, San Fernando West?
Yep. Well,
San Fernando West.
He kept East. Constituency was San Fernando East.
All right. San Fernando East. I was told that Patrick Manning improved San Fernando East. Kamala Prasad Processor improved Superior. You have no problem with that? I don't have no problem with that. Eh? But we have PNM stronghold, Lavantil and Movan environs, who have never forsaken the PNM, and them evil, wicked, heinous, dastardly, vindictive PNM people. It is the worst in Trinidad and Tobago, the worst. Hey, Tommy? And them people coming to tell people about all you come back home way. When Ole was in office for 10 years, Ole kicked people out of the house. And when Ole in opposition, Ole what people come back in the house. Ole have to be some mad people. Them must he come from wrong by the savannah up there, Tommy.
It looks so.
Yeah. Miss Santa Cruz says she have a busy and she have a funeral tomorrow. Condolences to whoever you're going to tomorrow, Miss Santa Cruz. Yeah, Tommy. And let me send this thing here before I forget it. I was multitasking, Tommy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy. The thing about it is this, I don't have no problem with people in the sub-basement. Right? And but you as a black prime minister, you know what you said? Not you, Tommy. Or we previous black prime minister. You know what he said? You know what he said to people? I have no problems making the rich richer so they could create opportunities for the poor. Imagine that, Tommy.
We've heard that before, and in the United States, and that did not hold.
Trickle down theory.
That's Reaganomics.
Reaganomics, right? And you call yourself the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, and you come to the public and tell them that, and then to make it even worse, you're going up in Lavantil, you know. And here, what you telling me, people? All they had to win all this stuff of the government.
Did he tell Faris that?
No, Faris. What about the Young family? NCB Global. He tell them win themselves over the government. What about Collingwood family? He tell them win themselves over the government. What about the Singh family? He tell themselves win themselves over the government. What about Rohan Sinanan family? He tell them win themselves over the government. So it's only poor, black, suffering PNM people supposed to win themselves over the government. That is it. Poor, black, suffering PNM people supposed to win themselves over the government. Ole too wicked and evil. That's why Ole in opposition, and we want Ole to stay in opposition for 40 years. The 10 years Ole was in power, times 4 decades. 4. And that is not 4 runs, you know, Tommy. That is 4 decades. Southwestern UNC, I'm proud. Welcome.
A pleasant good night to you, Professor and Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Same to you.
Yeah, so I would like to say on what you are saying, let's extend if I may permit to elaborate a little bit on your conversation.
Yeah.
Professor, this is to show you, right? Now, when Rowley was there, his narrative was to put the dragon gas. And you see the nastiness and the separation he put on his own diaspora of supporters.
Correct.
Just remember, we're still waiting on 2027 to have something good in this country, you know, for the supporters.
UNC, I'm proud. 1 minute. Listen to this. That man stand up on a podium and lie to the people. Lie. But wait, UNC, stay right there. I'm proud. Stay right there. I want to play something real. Stay right there. Listen,
Yes, sir. Yeah, you take it there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Listen to this, yeah. Listen to this, Listen to this.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
All you remember when the former prime minister came on a platform and he said 100 million going into the urban communities. They ain't got a penny at 100 million. A penny. You want Marvin say? Even the prime minister was a propagandist. Go ahead, you and see him. Right.
And Marvin Gonzalez is right, Professor, because when he say 100 million for the hotspot and the vulnerable,
Yeah.
Fitzgerald Hines went with that mic and tell them they have to behave themselves and stop acting like that.
Yeah.
And they will have a means test to get whatever little. So you see, the propaganda machine is going on right now with the CPEP scenario because they know exactly what they did before they leave the office and the mischief they make. And then they have where first going as it say, making the statement that these are PNM people. So, Professor, this word I want to use, right, is the PNM supporters is slaves still in this modern time that you own them, and you're proud to say now that they are yours and this is your people, the victimizing. And you see how the PNM have it set up? Anytime you talk against the PNM policy and what they're doing, it's so racial. But what I'm getting at, the dragon gas and all the other fields in Trinidad, right? We came in with Perenco, and this gas came and oil came 6 months before the scheduled date. So you see how they was suffering, and you see it because right across the board, the separation are the basic supporters of the PNM. And now they coming out and telling them again in the face, insulting them. After Kikori tell them, don't come by the government to fix our box drain, don't come by the government for transportation, don't come for the government for medical. And then, before he leave office against your tongue, the Prime Minister, he tell them that healthcare is not a priority and is not an entitlement. And then he tell the pensioners, the senior citizens, and them, this grant is not guaranteed for you. So you see, no, our political leader get the third richest country and economy in the world to come to Trinidad to talk about investment and trade. So there we are getting money from Professor. So one good night.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Tommy, listen to listen to Gordon Dryden Joseph. That's what you know, Tommy. I don't feel like himself, you know. Serious.
I read it.
Huh?
I said I read what he said about Patrick Manning.
Yeah, Tommy, anyway, look. Watch here. You wanna hear about PNM Miseducation? Eh? Watch this. Let me stop that. Watch this. You think it's easy? Watch this.
We get that.
I'm gonna play that, folks. I'm gonna play that again for you. Yeah? This is the PNM Miseducation, and Gordon Dryden Joseph is the poster boy. Watch it again. Want to watch clearly? Yeah? Take all the time and watch it. Yeah? Watch. Tommy, that is what you call PNM Miseducation. So if you was going to your outdoor toilet and you miss it, let me play it for you again. This is an example, right? The PNM Miseducation. Gordon Dryden Joseph. Take a look.
I tell you.
Oh God, Tommy, I'm telling you, you come here and listen to this. I remember Kamala Prasad was telling Prime Minister Rowley, why don't help your people? Why don't help your people? Eh?
Gordon say when he tried to help the people, Kamala them stop him.
Yeah, that's what Gordon said. Gordon said that. Gordon said that. Gordon, you don't like yourself, boy. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Hansen. Good evening, Mr. Tommy, and all the callers, text on everybody. Live have to say what you on a Tuesday. Mr. Hansen, come on. Go on.
That is watch. That is Gordon Dryden Joseph. Think about it.
But I demand myself. You see the dog in the end? You see the dog get back to revenge? Imagine God. Kick the dog get revenge.
Yeah.
The dog what?
So the dog trying to figure out what kind of education.
The man cocky eye.
The dog said that the man will kick me well.
But listen to this. Or they forget. Listen, that wasn't the first one, no. Look the next one. What is the miseducation? Go ahead, Mr. Florida.
Yeah, that the man self.
That is himself.
That the man self. Yes, sir, the man run there with the foot flopping. I go himself.
Yeah.
You know, for Mr. Hansen, the PNM had the people. But you know what have a book named The Madden Crowd?
The what?
With the Madden Crowd now, with the sheepdog lead the sheep and them over the cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what PNM do. PNM lead the people over the cliff.
Yeah.
And then they feel proud. And when they come back now, you get something called a shotgun.
you being generous.
And then
you being generous.
That's what they get for the election.
Why?
But Mr. Hansen,
yeah.
You know what's the sad thing? They're talking about Mr. Manning and all that, right? And what Mr. Manning do for the country. But when the man go on and bring all the allegations against Mr. Manning and the man say he went liquor too, where was with the voice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when the man say he deal with the man and give the man a stroke. And now when the man say he went liquor too and deal with them, you see, they only like who they in there right now. You see the colors, that is what they believe in. We looking to diversify the economy. I'm sure if you call Gordon and ask him, give him 5 things that this country could do to diversity economy, he wouldn't have an answer for none because he don't know nothing about diversification. All right, Mr. Hansen.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Hansen.
You.
Let me play this voice note by Bitcoin.
Yeah, you trying to.
Good Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. So, there you have Bureau de Colony now. Remember who Bureau used to be? Cherry Cooking. That's who I remember when I hear that name, you know. But Bureau not easy, you know. If you catch she in the morning, she's about 50 or 100 cat lay with she, you know. Yeah. And that'll be so funny that you see any going before them cat them, but like cat them going to sleep. So, Bureau is the tiger now and the lion. She's a lioness. She get back, oh boy. Them Bureau, get them.
You don't get applause. First time she come in, she got applause. Yes. First time she
nobody can protest. Right? Because the shoe on the next side of the foot now, you know, Uncle Toby and Professor Wall Street. All what UNC supporters and group report and pushback movement is forget. Then these jokers let them get now. Right? Let them get it. Have a good day, fellas.
Come on. Yeah. So folks, what we can't Tommy. Some people say they was going to the bathroom and they missed the 2 videos. So let me play it quickly over for them. So folks, don't go to the bathroom, or just stay hold it for like 30 seconds. All right? Hold it for 30 seconds, right? All right, hold on. Let me take this call. Ram Narayan, welcome. Yeah. You're inside. From the Rhine.
Yeah.
You inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Professor.
Yeah.
Wall Street, Uncle Tommy.
Hey, you.
Say that is that Paris should be ashamed of himself. He mashed up San Fernando West. He mashed it up. Because I went to school in San Fernando. And I used to frequent down by the wharf.
Yeah.
What a big two-story building. Had the inland revenue, and it had the postal service in the road, bottom floor. Then it had across the road by that, it had Alston's. Had a business there. Then when they come on that, they come across to come down back by years to come through by Skinner's Park. Yes, they had by the wharf there. They had the bus terminal.
Yeah.
The bus garage. And on the side of the bus garage, there was a big sawmill. And then across the road from there was the cemetery.
Okay.
And that place was so nice. And that used to come back straight up to Skillen's back. What Paris tried to do, he mashed up the whole area there. You see? Mashed up the whole area. They had the fish. They had the fish port right there. Used to come in. You know? The guy went to school in Fernando for 5 years. And I could pay you know?
Yeah.
And then when you leave the post office, coming up back to High Street side, they had Royal Bank, then they had another bank, an American bank on the corner. You know? If you pass that place now, Paris mash up that place. You know? He mashed up that place. And then you want to talk so much about he do infrastructure. Yeah, he did infrastructure and mashed it up. It should be ashamed. You know something? I know Sukkar and them since I was a little boy. Eh? My grandfather and my father used to go San Fernando. He and my grandmother. This is why Sukkar and them the clean house. Even Mahabir, Errol's father, and them, my grandfather used to go by them and clean house. And I know these people a very long time since I was about 6 or 7 years old. Because I grew up with my grandparents. You see? And I know what they give. You see? So what parents that want to come to be talking is one set of crap. You know? He should be ashamed of himself. He should come out of politics completely. Because he enriched himself good. You see? Anyhow, Tommy.
Yeah, man.
Wants to take care.
Go on. Thank you. So, folks, listen, let me play it again real quick, eh? Tommy, the people want it. The people want. The people want.
You gotta give people what they want.
Get the people what they want. You gotta get them what they want. All right. COP, any of the people, are they get the people what they want? COP, welcome.
Professor Wallstreet. Good night to you. Good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, sir.
Them kind of clip on them, really, really humorous, sir. But I feel on God, Joseph said, that too much of blows for one man. But what I like about them clip, at least the man get his slippers out of the radar. At least he get his slippers out of the radar. And at the gate too, at least he come through the gate. The fact remains he come through the gate. But I feel that was Keith Rowley watching them so. Yeah, that had to be Keith Rowley watching them so, because when them vote back again for the PNM in 2020, that is the same way how Keith Rowley was watching them. What wrong with all you? Yeah. What wrong with all your people and them?
Is it?
Well, you gone back and vote for me again?
COP, the dog looking at him cookie, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the doggy kick, you know. I feel like the doggy kick. I mean, I dog. You
will kick that dog again. You will kick that dog again and that dog a big stone.
This time the dog fight him.
Remember when he said you when you're young, you kick a dog? That is the same dog.
Yeah.
That is the dog. Yeah, that is the dog. That is the dog.
The dog was young then. Now the dog old.
I like them kind of thing. And it's be sure when I see them together, boss look at them. Yeah?
Where Tommy?
Uncle Tommy saying something there?
Where Tommy?
I said the dog get old now. So the dog ain't taking no kick no more.
But
said the dog
that
get
is
old.
too much elixir. That is too much elixir to get from one man to get. Good night to you, God Joseph. That is not that man only making joke. It's only joke. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart.
We have a Bitcoin.
Funny being human.
We have a Bitcoin had to say we have a bit of this.
All right.
You have me rolling on my couch here.
Bless. Yeah. So folks, the cricketer.
Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. You know, this waste of time, Juju have no shame. Have no shame at all. It's the contractors them supporting, you know. It's the contractors, the con people who went to the 11th hour and extended all the contracts so that they could make more money off of them or off of the government. And that is wrong. You can't go and extend your contract when it didn't due. Right? And now they cause all these workers to get laid off because of that. And my only problem is that UNC and give a fixed time in which all these things are going to be, you know, rectified and they have the workers back on track. But let me tell you something. UNC say they're paying these so-called contractors a month salary. But let me tell you something. They go collect the salary and say they ain't get none, you know, and have the workers in them rally up more. If you understand how pay them, this work they think. Them workers, don't be surprised if you hear most of them say they ain't get no money, eh?
Now the workers get paid directly.
The so-called contractors will get our money and use it as a political tool.
The workers get paid directly.
And withhold it from them so that UNC will look more bad. Right? Look out for that. But that's the way they do that nasty politics. Have a good day, gentlemen.
So folks, here's the video. Eh?
Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. When it comes to tomorrow, the police must act just as how they used to act when the pushback movement and other people wanted to have protests. They must act on these people and them who come out to protest tomorrow and shut them down. Well, good for one, good for two, good for all. Right? So that protest will never take place. They must remove them because we have a prime minister in this country visiting now and we don't want to see no kind of protest action taking place in this place. Remove them and shut them down, disperse them right away. Right? Let them rock so. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yes.
See that?
Yeah, Professor, go ahead.
Yeah, hold on, eh? I want to show something here. I want to show you all something, eh? You all let's take. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play those two videos again, but I want to show you all something. And I'm gonna get it from let me see where I get it from, boy.
See, I have Rhoda Barrett on the screen.
Say that again.
I see you have Rhoda Barrett on the screen.
Yeah, I know. I will play that just now, but I want to play. Okay. I think I want to. Is it this one here? Let me see something. Okay. So, folks, let me play these two first. We go get to the video on the screen, eh? But don't go to the bathroom. Or let's stay right there. Let's watch it now, eh? Watch it. Yeah, and Caribbean Soul Tanks. The cricketer was Darren Ganga, and Saraj Sagu, and also Sundar Popo as the singer. See, the man know history. So folks, here is the miseducation of Gordon Dryden Joseph. Watch it, eh? Well, watch it. Let me move that thing from you so they could see it very clearly. Watch the miseducation of Gordon Dryden Joseph. But that is the second time, you know. That is the second time, right? Here was the first time. Miseducation by the PNM. But let me give you guys these real quick before we go, because I want to, folks, you see that the Prime Minister of India coming to Trinidad and Tobago, many of you all overlooked something. Many of you all overlooked it. But I do overlook them things, you know. And I'm going to show you all how Prime Minister Kamala Prasad is our boss. Our boss. Let me play this one because there's all kind of tangalang and tangale in the PNM. Listen to Rhoda Bora. Listen to she. Watch, listen.
Right? And no amount of pretty face.
Hold on, Let me start from the Hold on. Let me start from the Hold on. Let me start from the beginning, Rhoda. Rhoda, let me start from the beginning.
Right? And no amount of pretty face could sway me when it comes to things like the Constitution, accountability, and transparency.
Rhoda going after Ferris wheel, yes? Let me play that again. Even boy, the PNM in trouble. I tell all you know, it's 40 years this ain't on the bench. You know?
Right? And no amount of pretty face could sway me when it comes to things like the Constitution, accountability, and transparency.
Well, there is no we gain. See a round of applause, eh? That is wherever they had anything there. But you see that, Tommy? Yeah?
Yep.
They're mashing up. They're mashing up. Yeah. They're mashing up. And here's why they're mashing up, eh? I tell all they're mashing up. They're no joke. Watch. Defender, welcome. You have 2 minutes.
Blessed night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh.
Yeah.
See you.
Lady Miss Bula come out so much, she come out firing.
Rhoda Borat?
Bula.
Miss Bula.
Oh. Hey, listen. This is the first time she called here. An eyeliner. She hit it out the park, boy.
Yeah, but one thing she forgets. She said when the pushback protest, the spray tear gas on them, she had to put in Aisha Wells who call the police.
Oh God.
For them to get tear gas. She forget that part. So Miss Bula, if you're listening, all they didn't get tear gas just because I was there too. Aisha Wells, PNM Aisha Wells, went on the radio and called the police live and told them about the protest.
That when she was at the Mugabe station?
Huh?
That when she was at the Mugabe station?
Yeah, she called the police live on TV and telling them, beat them.
Oh. Wow.
That's why I tell them watch, that's why I torture, that's why I come and kill. Because I don't forget these things. Yeah. She tell the police, beat them, you know. And she's so evil and wicked. I'll pay them Aisha well. I don't come to me one like this. She driving around in Savannah.
I see that one.
While the protest going on Wall Street.
I saw that one.
When they asked you what she doing there, she bought she went to the grocery.
Yeah. I saw that one.
Later, enjoy the night.
Good boy.
Wow.
He needs enough on Aisha at all, boy. Folks, we're gonna take that break. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm gonna show you all our video when we come back. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And don't forget to share the live. We need the numbers to go up.
Look, even Semantic 62 said, I remember that. We Caribbean Soul. Yes, she did call the police live. I was there. Oh, good. Oh, good. I should do that, boy. Nah. All you just.
They can't be telling the truth.
Eh?
That, I don't know if it's true, but if that's true, that's not nice.
No, they're trying to just rubbish Aisha name. They're just trying to rubbish Aisha. KFC. KFC. Hey, Aisha did call the police?
But Aisha was for the COVID, we protesting on the Aisha was calling the police. On 91.9.
KFC. KFC, all just trying to throw Aisha was under the bus. All just trying to throw Aisha was under the bus. Aisha ain't call no police.
I'm telling you, real talk. My daughter will get her gas. I have to run me. I have to run down the street. You see Bacchanal?
No.
Mr. Washington, I had an emergency there, so I come in early because the I can't see.
Yeah. KFC,
where are you?
I tell KFC when they call stay by the pole, you know. You and Ulrich and them, all of them stay by the Wi-Fi pole. KFC, when you call, please stay by the Wi-Fi pole. I tell them that, you know, Tommy. But Tommy, I want to show you all something. If you all missed it, I don't miss things like this. I really don't miss things like this. Because these little things are very important. Very, very important. This is when the Prime Minister of India
Touchdown.
Look, Lenora said, you know what shit is true. Well set up, everybody. Look, Paul Sammy say, yeah, that was shoot. Nah. I wonder if Gordon Dryden Joseph did hear that. No, he didn't hear that because that was peer them. Wait now, David Singh too. That is what Aisha did. Nah. All you just trying to all you just trying to upset Aisha. All you don't like Aisha because she's peeing them. I feel so. I just feel so. But everybody's saying it's true, boy. Tommy, you did hear that?
Well, first I'm hearing of it.
Why? I don't know why. I don't know. Aisha girl. Aisha, you know, I don't want to believe Aisha did that. I want to not believe it, but
let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let her come and redeem herself. I'm sure
too many people saying it, though.
She's probably calling to redeem herself.
No,
by the internet.
KFC. You have to stay by the pole. Don't move from by the Wi-Fi pole. When you move it, you'll get disconnected. All right?
Now I'm over the internet. I ain't using about the internet. I inside. Yeah, I tell you what I should I tried that whole program for a whole week. And anytime you go over and say, when I lock them up, I go call the police. See what I Mr. Washington?
No, I didn't know that.
I will complain. See that program with Trina Davy and Heavy Duty TC program? I called him yesterday. People calling back to back. The man having me online. and this and that. Tonight I call it, the last minute of the program, I see tall man calling twice. Reporter calling twice. So I call and say, but this is a PNM program, but what kind of disrespectful thing is that you have me holding online? I talk and maybe you they hear me thinking the only thing I tell them by hall by and they will actually go to push us at a racial thing. And where they must come out from by? We have to bung them lies and then them just spread the gospel and the wickedness, you know. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, listen. I just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall man calling, Aruka calling back twice, this one, I said that old, nasty, wicked piano people by. So I was shit, I look at I ain't cost them, but I look for
Yeah,
them, settle, you know.
Yeah,
Pull on myself, my blood up right now. Best.
Let me hear what Mr. Thing have to say here.
Who's that?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, hold on. Wait. Do you guys have a source for Aisha? She's a snake. Ooh, Judy? Nah, Judy. Judy, how you gonna say that? John Osuna says, Shalom. Yes, Wall Street is true. Tommy, like everybody know. How come you hear that, boy? Even semantics saying I heard something like that from the ground report. Nah, boy. Lenora says, I was there. I took my sister and jumped in my car to get out of the squad when the squad came. Ooh, listen to this. What are you saying? But the same thing happened here, sir. Don't play, you don't know. What are you talking about? And JB Harper said, Aisha just needs some guidance politically, not even the piano wanter, but she's singing the gospel. Oh, good. All you stop attacking Aisha, please. Okay, look, Caribbean Social will work on it over the weekend and try to get that clip with Aisha for you. Good. Aisha going to delete it, yes? Aisha going to delete the clip, girl. Delete it before they come to send it for we. Oh, good. Aisha, no guy. VSA surprises me not. Wait now, boy. That's news to me, boy. I didn't know that. Look, I didn't know that. But folks, I want to show you all something. Let me ask a question. I want to ask a question for you all to put in the chat for me. Who was the first appointment Kamala Prasad made in her cabinet? According to her cabinet. Who was the first appointment?
John Jeremy.
Okay, good. Tommy, I want you to look at this. When I saw this, now, anybody who shows up there had to be selected by the Prime Minister and, an entourage, right? Anybody who shows up to greet the Prime Minister of India, right? I want you all to look at this. Look at this, and I hope it's in this.
तो ये काफी महत्वपूर्ण.
Folks, Tommy, you know who's that little fella there?
Not sure.
Jaden Darius.
You kidding?
That is the little. All your Kamala Prasad is a boss. Look what she had there. What you see?
Look also.
No, all you want to talk about race and Kamala Prasad, all you have to be sick. Look what she had there. That went over plenty people here. Tommy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I looking at it and I say, wait, that's Jaden Darius, boy. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Look at this. Watch this, All you know we don't make joke here. All you see, when PNM and Fox and them come with they come in sideways. You know where they pants down by the ankles. By your ankles, Tommy? Is that their pants? I don't know. Let's watch this. Look. I'm gonna show you something. Oh.
You just tell us your name? Zaydan.
Zaydan, how you spell your name?
X-A-D-A-I-D-A-N.
What's your last name?
Darius. Zaydan Darius. How old are you?
I am 9 years old. Alright. And tell us what part you had to play today in today's ceremony.
I had to play one of the boys.
Wanna be?
Okay, boys.
Okay. And how was that experience?
Good. I liked it.
When you
Go ahead. How was it meeting the Prime Minister?
Really nice.
When you first found out about it?
When I first found out about it, I was like, India? Wow.
What was your thoughts there today, meeting him in person? And
Well, my thoughts were, I don't know what I would say.
Alright. What school do you attend?
Sabanata Primary School.
Okay.
What is?
Sabanata Primary School?
Sabanata.
Private
School. Okay. And how were you choosing? Why you were choosing? They told you why?
But you're still happy you were chosen? That's not a problem.
Alright,
Well,
thank you very much.
later.
All you see? Tommy, you see? All you see? All you want to talk about Kamala Prasad Besessa? Look, Tommy, that was so strategic, man. From the time I saw that, I said, wait, that is the same woman, right? Who reduced the amount of black people living below poverty line. So she Tommy, I ain't lying, boy. My pause raised. I ain't gonna lie to you. My pause raised. Yeah, KFC.
Mr. Wall Street.
Yeah.
That young Darren there?
Yeah, that's him.
What I run my eye, boy.
But listen.
Fruit that California and the nation, boy.
Mrs. Kamala Prasad Besessa is a boss.
And they want to call Kamala a racist.
Yeah, they want to call all kind of things. Watch that. Watch that.
People look like me and you know.
Please.
We have to keep them one another and fight them one another, you know. For the last 9 years.
Correct.
Darren never been our world leader, so.
Look, that little fella is 9.
Yeah, he's 9, but he touching world leaders. He's a blessed little youth. He would have memory for lifetime.
Rest of his life. Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to talk?
I'm like that, boss. But Mr. Wall Street. For the last 9 years, right? Dr. Levin bring down any black good leaders in this country.
I hear what you say.
Dr. Rowley, you ever bring down any black leaders in this country and honor them?
Your phone getting distorted. You distorted. You break up.
Yeah, me now?
KFC. I want to try to tell you. No. I want to try to tell you no. That's how I'm trying to tell you.
You know. But for the last 9 years, you ever see Dr. Rowley bring down any black leaders in the country? And honor them?
Let me see. Nah, I never seen none. I ain't seen none.
I ain't gonna before he's appearing on UNC, you know. I hope them black wicked people and wake up and try to honor the black brothers and sisters and appreciate them too.
Correct.
You see the honorable Calvary sister?
Yep.
She appreciating she people.
She's our boss.
People come first.
She's
I ain't think they come after, but she should have prime minister for everybody in the country. And look at that white little youth man right there and everybody. There's that Calvary, that's love. All they learn now. All the black people are fighting one another, man. Bless.
Southwestern UNC, I'm proud welcome.
A pleasure good night to you again, Professor and Uncle Tommy, and to your listeners.
Same to you.
Sir,
yeah.
And Uncle Tommy, you see what they call an all-inclusive fete?
Well, listen.
All-inclusive party.
You know, listen to this, I was going through YouTube to see if I could get a clip to play with the Prime Minister coming off the plane and all kind of thing, and all different kind of clip. And I came up on this one, a 4-minute clip. I said, wait now, boy. And because we know the little fella, we had him in here, we had his mother in here and things. And that is the genius of Kamala Prasad Besessa. People can say what they want. Actions speak louder than words. I never see Prime Minister Rowley bring no little black fella or black male or female in anything he doing. Not listen, I ain't saying he never did it. I say I never see. This is public, This is as public as it could get. Go ahead.
Yeah, Professor, but you see, if I would like to say one thing. Pete Rowley, right?
Yeah.
Before he becomes prime minister, the only thing he has for children is making sure they fall down, right? And when they fall down, he fell on top of them. So that's the only thing he will see about children, especially the females. But to tell you how stink they are, right? The only he bring the royalty from Ghana, and he gave his supporters yam seed, 10,000 yam seed. So they had to wait until next year, please God, August, to get yam, right? So they had to wait while the grass growing.
Correct.
And you never see how much investment and how much world organization traders he bring to this country. He bring in people from India, but corrupt people. You remember Jindal?
Correct.
Did he give away? He gave away the farm fraternity land to build a cricket academy again. So, yeah, he big Indian investment for who to benefit, while it wasn't benefiting the real people. Professor, why I go back for is to ask you a question, Uncle Tom. For the last 10 years, NPNM was in power.
Yeah.
They sell out state asset to run this country and to make sure you get the money. Why it is after 10 years, only 2 months ago, the African diaspora is still worse off than when there was the 2010 to 2015.
Yeah.
So you see, the mamagism and the old talk is done.
Correct.
Action and reality speak better than the PNM mischief and Movelang. This is the gospel. This is the gospel truth. See it and believe it. Good night.
Well said. Well said.
Defender, welcome. Defender.
Rochi, you just said you had this young man program already?
Yeah. And his mother?
Well, call him on here. How she thought because of what she
Oh, you know what? All right, I go look and see if I still have the mother number in my phone. Yeah, but Defender. Yeah, Defender, listen. Wait now. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw that boss move by Kamala Prasad, I said, wait, boy. You really and truly have to be thinking about your country, you know.
Well, she should be shocked. Look how she reduced the number of people on the property.
No, I'm not shocked, but I want to show people, especially black people, I want to show them that Kamala Prasad, she's a mother, she cares. She's a caring lady.
Well, some of them people rather like how only bring in they'll see on them.
Yeah, and
India donated Wall Street and machine.
Yeah, and
it's a what's the name of it? Agro processing machine recently. This is the kind of thing India did for our country.
Yeah.
So I said, what you see me getting my let me have what she thoughts is right now.
All right, cool.
The situation.
Yeah. PNM Fox, I don't want to hear you with your PNM. You are PNM propagandist. I want to see. Listen. What? Hold on. Listen to PNM party. PNM party. Dr. Rolly don't use kids as window dressing Wall Street. Party, you should be ashamed of yourself. Tommy, wait. Hold on. 1 minute. Caller, hold on. Caller. Party, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. Hold on. You should be ashamed, Party. You should be ashamed of yourself to make that comment. Using kids as window dressing. Take another one. And you know what? Avex, take 3. COP welcome.
And take one from me too.
Yeah, take one from COP.
And every other caller should get a boo.
Yeah. Every time I call, all they tell me what they want, and I go do it for you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame.
You see why is them senior black PNM people and them by say the government doing window dressing? You hear what that young boy said when he know he was being invited?
And COP,
he was blown away.
That is why I played the video to
9 years old. Professor Walshit, 9-year-old boy, you know.
9.
It showed the intelligence in this boy. It showed that for this 9-year-old boy to say that I was blown away. It don't have really 9-year-old children in Trinidad to know, well, hey, this is the Indian Prime Minister and we Prime Minister to understand that level of people he amounts there. He said he was blown away.
Correct.
All the PNM people outside there, who bad minded right now, and that little boy.
But COP,
intelligent than some of the
COP, I don't think Patty black, you know. I think she half black. I feel so. I guess, you know?
I don't think she have a color. She don't have a color.
Okay, she's African.
No, she don't have a color.
Okay.
She's a PNM. She's a PNM.
Yeah, you watch this little youth man. You watch the over a minute speech the fella give. You know for a fact.
And they're proud of him.
No, they're not proud. It's window dressing by Patty. I wonder what Gordon Dryden Joseph go say. I wonder what PNM Fox go say. All of them window dressing.
African boy, a young African boy with a dread. The Sheikh Kamala Han and Fitzgerald Hines say that dirty little Rasta boy over there should cut his dread and some kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder how Fitzgerald Hines and Keith Rowley and Penelope Beckers feel in their heart to see that young little intelligent boy amongst two leaders, amongst the #1 Caribbean leader, which is Kamala Persad because she got the highest award, and the Indian Prime Minister. Them bad minded, that's in the heart of tribalism.
COP is like them can't see black people, PNM black people, they can't see black people progressing. You know what it is? Martin Luther King have a quote that says, you don't talk about pulling myself up by the bootstrap and you left me bootless. How could you tell me pull myself up by the bootstrap but you left me bootless? And that's what the PNM have done to a lot of them, have let them bootless.
Yeah. You see that image there? You see that image there and that environment? That young boy amounts 9 years old, that will motivate him, encourage him, inspire him to be a good citizen and strive for excellence. That young boy over there. Some years from now, watch that fella, how he will be a true leader.
Correct.
That is the environment. That is the environment they're supposed to be in.
Correct.
Keith Rowley and the PNM never want little black children to be in that environment.
Please.
Watch all the PNM areas, the environment that he leave them in.
Yeah, I had to cut you. I had to talk over you. An Indian Prime Minister. So it fit to bring 9-year-old Jaden Darius to meet one of the biggest, the largest, I'm going to use this word, the hugest Prime Minister in the world. And the fella said he was blown away. And Patty and them PNM people were window dressing. All your wicked.
Also the third richest country in the world and growing economy.
Correct.
In the world.
Look
that little boy about that leader. And once again, when the PNM biting on this, I want them to understand, and especially the Muslims and them that claim they want to protest and thing today. Remember, the first set of COVID vaccine they say we get was that man right there. That lady, Kamala Prasad, help from that man there, and that man there sent 200,000 when the PNM could not get none of the vaccine. That man sent 200,000, and many of the Muslims and them today that want to protest and say this and say that about their wife over here, your children and them, and your wife and husband and wife and grandmother them get that same vaccine from that same man. That same man give all the vaccine, give the children and the vaccine, and all give all the family, the same Muslim people and them. Yeah. So all the protesting today, watch that screen over there and say, hey, we don't want you over here, but we wanted the vaccine. You can want to get the vaccine and all use it. Thank you, Walsh.
Thank you. Yeah, Patty, when Prime Minister Rowley bring the Ashanti King, did he take a little black youth, male or female, to meet him? When they stopped all the people up in the savannah from making money because of the Ashanti King? Patty, you and PNM Fox. All you remember that? Gordon Dryden, all you remember that? When the Ashanti King come, which was a waste of precious time, I could tell already the story behind that, you know. That is not for today. That is for another day. Caller, welcome.
Yeah, did I give this answer for me? That is the same young boy you had on your Christmas program.
Yes.
So?
Jadian Darius. I don't have his mother name.
Wow.
Number. I'll get she number and call she. Yeah?
He was well spoken back there, and this guy's better spoken right now.
What Kamala Prasad Besessa did is elevated the status of that young black man.
Exactly.
Everybody now in Trinidad and Tobago wants to know, who is that fella there? Who is that fella there? Because of Kamala Prasad Besessa. Or they could say, well, you won.
Exactly. But Mr. Anselm,
yeah,
I want you to play this fire for me. I want the fire. I think we hear this play. I want you to play this after I see what we and see.
All right.
Gordon Joseph and Patricia and all of them say, what is your point showing that?
Point
this
showing
young
what?
Man, be a world leader.
Yeah.
That none of us will get to meet in our lifetime or whatever. You guys worship Rowley or ever meet him?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to play the fire. I'm going to get them the fire.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Defender.
Well, she guess she won again then.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you how PNM education have African people in the sub-basement.
Yep.
Oh shit. I sure ask anyone in PNM people what is the history of the Ashanti King and the Ashanti tribe.
You
what they did.
You Defender, come on, man. You
She lost the word, man. I never see you lost the word before. Tell the people what the Ashanti tribe and the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago brought him.
Yeah. Brought him. And while he was in Trinidad, black people lost money because they couldn't have it up in the savannah no more. They couldn't sell up in the savannah.
Exactly.
You bring an Ashanti King to Trinidad.
He was going to.
Yeah. Right.
Your sheep.
Yeah.
Just now, two things. Every year the emancipation
committee
procession pass around the greens.
Yeah.
That year, the Prime Minister, the Kit Lucifer Rowley, wasn't going to pass around the greens, and Twiggy said to make noise. And guys would have passed around the greens. But what should I find a tiptoeing on Bali's house? Why are they telling the people what the Ashanti tribe is known for?
I will tell them.
You know, say that a tall Wall Street.
No.
No.
Yeah. Before we go, I'll give all of the history. Well, let me give it to you one time. The Ashanti people, primarily located in modern-day Ghana, established a powerful empire between the 17th and 19th century, known for its wealth from gold, skilled craftsmanship, and a rich cultural heritage centered around the unifying symbol of the golden stool. This history involves the formulation of the Asante Empire in 1670 around the capital city of Kumasi, the unification of independent Akan chiefdoms by King Osi Tutu, and later conflicts with the British over issues like the slave trade, culminating in their lands being annexed as a crown colony in 1902. And listen to this, Tommy. The Ashanti Kingdom have their own fiefdom in Ghana, right? With their own security. But the only thing I kind of concerned, very close to them, is some of the poorest people in Ghana. But the Ashantis are very, very rich. Very, very rich. Very rich. Yeah? So, them fellas and them don't know about listen. But somebody had a comment, Who had that comment, boy? Let me see if I Oh, I think it was Glick, you know. Glick had a comment. Yes, COP.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
When the PNM Keith Rowley they bring the Ashanti King in Trinidad over here and they was walking the street.
Yeah.
Keith Rowley had Tassa drum. Them hire all the Indian Tassa drum and them. And patang pang pang tang 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 tang. They didn't have no African drum and all kind of thing over there, you know. It's only Indian culture in front leader, you know. Deny the black culture amongst the black leaders and them. I even penalty because I watching she the other day when she get leadership. The whole of the Shifshatan Tassa group with she. I said, well, where the drummers and them, where the brothers and sisters and them. But that image with that young fellow, it's not only we seeing that here in Trinidad. That image is world leaders all over the world seeing that young boy.
All over the world.
There.
Yes.
That is our future leaders and them. And thanks to Kamala Prasad Bisasa.
Yes.
To open them up, open their eyes. Pati, boo again. Boo again, Pati.
Yeah.
Shame. Air amongst your PNM friends and them.
Yeah.
But on air, you should have said something proud.
Yeah.
I still sit over here and saying, way boy, look at how PNM people them will think. That little young boy over there knows nothing about politics.
Nothing.
He knows nothing about politics.
Nothing.
He was blown away to be among those leaders and them. He was blown away. You hear the school he say he going to?
Yeah.
He going to a private school. He going to a private school. Not a government school, not one of them school and them in them PNM areas and them.
Yeah.
One of them government school. He going to a private school. You see the intelligence it have and how it is. Them private school and them could be so bring up children so intelligent and government schools not doing that. Professor Wall Street.
Yep.
I'm proud of that the mother and father, we're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Florida, call back. Let me see if I could get his number here, folks.
Let's listen to this voice note by Bitcoin and hear what he has to say.
Wait, Tommy, wait a minute.
Good.
Go ahead.
But you're wrong.
Mr. Florida, hold on.
This Prime Minister don't use kids for window dressing. He does use teenagers for whining. Ask Ravina. Remember Ravina? Remember who the whining on who bumper? Dr. Rowley was taking that wine on the bumper. So once you're a teenager, you're good. No kids for Dr. Rowley. Teenagers. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, but you give me some answer from everybody. The Ashanti tribe, you know what they was famous for?
Yeah.
The slave trade, the Atlanta slave trade.
Yeah.
They used to sell their own And they used to sell victims for to the Europeans for firearms and for goods. That's what the Ashanti tribe was known for in history. All right, Mr. Hanson,
Yeah,
got
man.
for me.
Bless. Mr. Intellectual, welcome. Oh, go ahead. Mr. Intellectual. He connected.
Bless evening.
Yeah, bless evening.
I think some of these people and them really is either they're just pushing this propaganda thing or they're just naturally sick, mentally sick. They didn't see the young man who was singing on the program. He was window dressing too. And he was singing fluent Hindi.
Yeah. He's window dressing too.
That's window dressing too, right?
Yeah, I window dressing. Yeah.
And surprisingly, Mr. Maloney supporting that nastiness
Yeah.
and talking about who adopt people in the Bitam and all this kind of thing. How much he adopt?
He kick a dog.
And how much
he kick a dog when he was young.
No, but I'm talking about now. How much he adopt and he leave them to stray. Eh? Or if he ever adopted anything and leave them to stray. You see these people and them. There's only talk of the top of the head. But the heart and nowhere around, you know. You could see them from a distance. How wicked and deceitful they are. I want to come and play. They're so high and mighty. And they're so black conscious.
Yeah.
And they're so God conscious. Right? Then them at a bun boy. Them at a bun, just like the PNM, bun the PNM. Fire burn them. You're wicked. Let them understand the value that of that experience that young man had. Right?
Yeah.
Meeting a prime minister of one of the largest continent in the world, people-wise, 1 billion plus. Right? He had an experience. You know what that could do for him in the future?
Boy.
But I window dressing.
Window dressing. I window dressing.
They don't care about the
Patty should
experience that the child
apologize for
had.
that. Patty, you should apologize. You really should apologize. Apologize, Patty. I know you didn't mean that. Apologize. You take your apology. Go ahead, Mr. Engineer.
Yeah, well, since you called for the apology, I won't go any further with that.
Yeah, right.
But think about it.
She go apologize.
Yeah, but think about this, huh?
Yeah.
All this thing happening and all they're concentrating on is the negatives, right? But then studying the corruption that took place a little while ago, just a few months ago, and they're unearthing everything now. But they're still encouraging that kind of corruption to continue by allowing these people and them to continue to work. It's not the workers and them, you know, it's the contractors and them got fired. Right? And who is responsible for the workers and them? Not the contractors and them?
Yeah.
Who to be blamed for the workers and them losing their job? The government or the contractors? You see how nasty these people and them is?
Yeah.
The contractor doing wickedness. They stop the contractors and them from doing the wickedness.
Yep.
Right? The people and them who they have under their wings, those are the contractors and them responsible for that.
Yeah.
But nobody can blame any contractors, they want to blame the government. That's how wicked these people and them is. And nobody can see through that. Because why? That Balize juice all up in the head, all up in the eye. You understand? That's how wicked these people and them is. And nobody, you could tell me that the fourth escape ain't conscious enough to dissect that so easy, so simple. Anybody could sit down and watch it and say, what stupidness they're talking about.
What I said that a hidden agenda.
Really, the contractors and them responsible for the workers and them. They hire the workers and them, right? They prepare the gang. And if that is the case, how come it come to 10,000 people with 300, let me say 400 contractors, right? At 12 people. 12 hours is now 16. I mean 48. 12 hours at 48, right? That's 4,800 people. Where they get the 10,000 from? Because our contractor is supposed to have 12, right? Unless they gain them more money for more people. So which we one contractor maybe have about 3 or 4 gang. Something going on there, right?
Right.
And these people and then sit down there and they're sucking up that like, oh God, it's food. You tell me that them can't critically think and what's the scenario that's happening and why these things are taking place. No, corruption does only come out big when the UNC in power or when the NR in power, not when PNM in power. PNM, they don't have no corruption under PNM. It's just that we just take the money and do what we want. Nobody can question that. Anybody do that is corruption. So the PNM could take when they want, how they want, without any accountability. So when anybody else do anything, very accountability, very transparency.
Think it easy.
Kind of mad set up people outside here.
Yeah, man. Thank
Have
you.
a blessed evening.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
You know something? You know, it is interesting, when PNM Fox makes statement, one of the most corrupted prime ministers in the world. Now I look up the top 5 most corrupted leaders. This is from our Facebook page, One Africa. The president of Syria, the president of Kenya, the president of Indonesia, the president of Nigeria, and the president of Bangladesh. Right? And you making statement, PNM Fox, I not even gonna. Let me play this guy here. Let me play
Do you even think it's for him?
Yeah, let me play this guy. You just cut and paste, and you don't even double check anything.
Propaganda.
Oh yeah. That's true, you know. That's true.
Pushback.
That's true. It's true, you know.
Yeah, propaganda.
Yeah.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
Go ahead, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Washington. It's very sad we people, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Parties in their window dressing. Up here, them evil and wicked, you know.
Yep.
Them taking this thing that race thing, them dread boy.
Yep.
A young 9-year-old boy, you know nothing about politics. The fruit of the nation, the young Carlsonian. So they honor the boy and show how they love a black young leader.
Window dressing.
You could be a leader, you could be a world leader just now too, you know.
Yeah, but he's
You
window
could be the next
dressing.
prime minister.
He's
You could be the next president. You could be something good in this country. But Mr. Washington,
Yeah.
you know plenty of them pay them contractors them the broken and hungry and starving. Because a day I work 3 days down any avenue.
Yeah.
with a former talk show host to work at 91.9. And told him, I know that is a contract.
Yeah.
I worked 3 days. I had to wait a whole month to get 9 something. Remember that?
Yeah.
You don't look at the money and pay off because the government will give you a lump sum if you get 50,000 and 60,000 dollars. You're good with the pie. They give him pay off the workers, so no matter wait to collect the check, you know. To pay the workers, you know.
Think it easy.
So they will put up nothing for rainy days. That's what she said. And you know they're fighting for the contract? I said that evil, wicked parent activists and them.
Yeah.
A 3 and 4 gang. And the victimizing poor people out there. They're only giving their friends. And alongside that 20 PNM party line, they're victimizing you. So I call it the Honorable Kamal Prasad Professor. Do the right thing. That UNC activists and supporters and the E2. Them belly full until it bust. Them PNM contractors go and bust some bag ni lava man. But they see them, they put on the money. And best.
Yeah, man.
We hear this.
Let me play this voice note. I've been waiting to play this voice note. Let me play this voice note.
Well, if you're serious, I'd have a song that's in it. If you're serious, we go follow you or something like that. So if you're serious, or your brother, I did, you know. If you have a comedy hour, I did too. Right? Even though I might say something serious. Because Harry was saying he went up there, he went up for observation. He went for observation. So the first week he watched a man by the hole, peeping through a hole there for the first week. The second week when he passed, he see the same man bend down by the hole and peeping through this hole. I ain't gonna call no name to say who it is out of respect. I think he get over now because sometimes he contributions sound like if you know he get over. The third week, you see the man still by the hole, peeping through the hole. I talk about up in Center and said that government hotel up there. They call it the house of mad people. The fourth week he passed, the man still bending down by the hole. He said, excuse me, please, excuse me. So the man moved. So for him, so he now could peep through the hole too. He peeped through the hole. He spent about 15 minutes peeping through the hole. 15 minutes peeping through the hole. And then he get up and he say, Yana, it's 4 weeks now I watching you peeping through that hole, watching you peeping through that hole. I come and I peep through that hole and I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. He said, you mad or what? It's 15 years I peeping through that hole and me ain't seen nothing. You know, come 1 month and you expect to see something? All right.
Let's listen to something serious.
All right.
Professor Wall Street, you're beaten up on Gordon Dryden Joseph today, you know. The man in morning, you know. You understand? They may offer up condolences to Gordon Dryden and the football team, Liverpool, who was one of the main forwards today, Diego Jota from Portugal, who died in a car accident with the brother. Right? I ain't going to bash up Gordon today because I know he in morning. Right? The condolences to you, Gordon Dryden and Liverpool and Portugal. Have a good day, fellas.
Caller, welcome.
Rhoda Barrett talking about pretty face.
Professor Wall Street.
I don't think she have a mirror home, you know.
Aaron, hold on. Aaron, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Some news agency interviewed some individuals about Prime Minister Modi getting the highest award, and then some people saying that if I'm Trinidadian and he didn't deserve that. So I decided to go back
some years ago. But somebody spoke about that this evening about COVID-19 vaccine, and I'll send you the link. And Dr. Odi was Prime Minister. And the same Mr. we see here on the screen here, the Prime Minister of India, Modi, donated 40,000 vaccines to Trinidad and Tobago citizens. I know people in the street saying, you're uneducated, Phil. What he do? He know nothing for we. Huh? That's what they're saying. He know nothing for we. What he do? And then I watch the plane land and I see him greet everyone. I watch his speech, everything on the internet. Mr. Modi already posted a speech and the Prime Minister's speech snippets of it on his YouTube page. If you could go and watch it. Because unfortunately, gentlemen, I scroll through social media news outlets like CNC3 and TV6, right? The social media pages and the kind of vile things I see people typing. I can't believe that, right? And I saw the video from TV6. They interviewed the young gentleman here, the boy. I didn't know he was interviewed by you. I know him. I know watching on YouTube. I know hear that. Yeah, and I know the mom and thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You understand? And the saying, well, wait, this place we are in. Wait, another good evening, yes?
Yeah, man.
I gone.
Bless. Yep. You think it's easy?
Nothing this here.
Get a mirror and watching it and ask if it's seen a pretty face day. You had to be a real joker, lady. Have a good day, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
That's the end.
Miss Georgia sent me this message. 50 million Facebook followers. P.N. Moody posted about Trinidad and Tobago. Within an hour, hundreds of thousands around the world saw our nation, many for the very first time. Viewed through the lens of a respected global leader, our country was spotlighted on a massive scale. And yet, instead of celebrating that moment, some choose only to criticize. We are a cosmopolitan nation where every creed and race finds an equal place. Let's rise above the negativity and embrace the pride of who we are. We can do better. Trinidad and Tobago, let's show the world our best. And then she have a next thing here with 20 global leaders. And 20 global leaders. Let me see. Cyprus, Saudi Arabia, US government, Fiji, Dominica, Nigeria, Barbados, Ghana, Kuwait, Mauritius, Sri Lanka. Yeah. The Office of Order of the Star of Ghana. P.M. Moody conferred with Ghana highest state honor. You hear that, Tommy?
Ghana gave him the highest state honor.
Yes, Miss Georgia sent me this. P.M. Moody conferred with Ghana highest state honor, the officer of the Order of the Star of Ghana. PNM people, all you're sick. All you're sick. It's a sickness. All you don't forget it. Watch, we will never let them forget this. We will never let them forget this. We will never let them forget this. We will never let
that the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
And Gordon Joseph, condolences to your friend who fell off the ladder. So condolences from WZYE 95. So folks, yeah, we talking Ghana, eh? Sean, welcome.
Good night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. How are you guys tonight?
We are excellent.
Thank you.
I'm
You.
happy. I'm happy. You know, these idiots, these disrespectful, naive, egotistical PNM, they're disgusting.
Yep.
The little boy there, he could be somebody big in due time in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
These people are so disgusting. And you know what the AG needs to do? The Attorney General? He needs to bring Faris Alrari on ethics charges. They need to investigate them and bring them before the committee and destroy them and destroy their careers. Get them out of the office. Seize all their assets. Take everything away from them. Kabul Mugat, disgusting PNM. You spoke about the oil boom. I wasn't born yet when the oil boom took place, but we lose a lot of money because the PNM government gave away all our oil to England and the US. They basically stole it. They gave them 90% and kept 10% in the country. Okay, those despicable PNM. But the PNM won't talk about what our honorable Excellency Basti Pandey did when he paid off the IMF and the World Bank. They won't talk about that when he was in office for 5 years. They would never speak about that. When Kamala left office, she left billions of dollars in there, so they didn't have to run to the World Bank, and we owe the World Bank. When ANR was in office, he did his thing. He borrowed money, tried to save the country. 3 seats the PNM had, right? But they come back in office and they destroy the country. Diversify the economy. You had the sugar factory. You close it down, so you can't diversify that. You have what you call a punching rum that come from sugarcane. Who producing it now? Trinidad is producing it, or someone else is producing it and sending it back to us at a cost, so we could sell it again. How dotish these people think. These people are so despicable. It's not even funny. And now she has to watch her back, so she has to campaign like every day for 2020-30 because they will come with more lies again. That propagandist idiot that you keep playing that video is true. I mean, people need to wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up. These PNM people don't give a damn about none of you all. To hell with all you all. They say, just vote for me and I'll do nothing for you guys. We all. That's what this PNM think about us. And I know you have more dirt on those Penelope Wheat Beckles, but I know you'll reveal in due time what she said.
Thank you.
All right, man. You have a great night. You guys have a great night.
So, folks,
You two times, top of the hour.
Yeah, I know. Put your closing comments in the chat and send your closing voice notes just before we go for the top of the hour. Yeah? These are some of the countries, thank you, Miss Georgia, that gave awards to the Prime Minister of India. I'm just going to call a few for you. Cyprus, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, Kuwait, Guyana, Barbados, Nigeria, Dominica, Russia, Greece, France, Egypt, Republic of Palau, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Bhutan, US government, Bahrain, Maldives, UAE, Palestine, Afghanistan. Some of the countries that have given some of their highest honor to the Prime Minister of India. Yeah? Look, boy, I wish I could have revoked some of your card, like you PNM Fox, you Gordon Dryden Joseph, and what's the other one name? PNM Fox. We're going for the break. Folks will be right back. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, on WZYE As a matter of fact, boy, there's one thing I tell all you. We strive here on information. Information.
Not misinformation, but correct information.
Correct information. Not misinformation like what PNM Fox and Fatty and Gordon Dry Gin and Badman and all of them. Jaden Darius for the 2025 Junior Calypso Monarch King as well.
That's right.
Yeah. And PM Modi has supported TNT with COVID vaccines, scholarship, tech training, and strong diplomatic ties. His visit puts our country on a global map. Let's recognize that. That's from Miss Georgia. Yeah. Ooh. Almost. Hey, look, Aisha call, yes? Aisha call back. I go take your call. I miss a call from Aisha, boy. Aisha call and defend you on Aguila. Sorry, I missed that call. I'm not going back through my phone here. Anna Alexander said, God bless and safe night to Professor Warshid and Uncle Tommy. Look, Big George sent a message. It makes no sense. I wasting my time to read that. All right. Aisha Wells, we gave you time to defend yourself. Hello?
Professor Warshid, good night. Let me say good night to Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy, how are you?
I'm good, Aisha. How are you doing?
Uncle Tommy, I know you're the only one who truly understands me. I am so grateful for you, Uncle Tommy.
Oh, God.
You sit down, laugh. You laugh.
Aisha, they threw you under the bus.
Yeah, they threw him under the bus, that mover, defender, whatever your name is, or
Aisha,
defender, whatever the hell he called himself.
I didn't know you call out the police for people to get tear gas. I didn't know that.
Wall Street, that was a different time and a different place, okay?
But it's true.
That was long time.
Right. That was long time ago.
Long time.
That's when he was that's when he was supporting PNM 100%.
You're seeing that was, misguided.
Aisha, where's you misguided?
So Tommy, I don't know why they don't leave that in the past. Why they bringing that in the future?
Aisha, I go I couldn't believe it. I don't want to believe that.
Aisha, you want your trespasses forgiven, my dear?
Where you knew about that? What you said, Uncle Tommy?
It's in the past.
You want your trespasses forgiven?
Yes. Don't you forgive me?
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way to go.
I forgive you, Aisha.
That's the only way to go. So lots of listening,
right.
guys. Have a good night.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. That's how we just do it, That's how we just do it, Tom. If anything comes up, we just call people, they just call we and clear the name. That's how we just do it, man. We clear the name. Oh, God. Denise Gafford said, Lord help us. But we need more than Lord, Boy, my phone full. All right. Yeah, Mr. Florida. Mr. Florida.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Archbishop Tommy. I just want to Bishop now because but I was saying good night to all the callers and the texters, everybody be safe until we meet on it. And Mr. Hanson, one more piece of information. For the COVID, the India. Same India they're talking about, the same Prime Minister gave over 32 countries in Africa vaccines.
Yeah.
Over 24 million vaccines he gave for free. These are information for them again.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
Oh God, again I shall pass. Judy Ali says, yeah, that's sweet mouth. She got that sweet mouth and she mouth sweet mouth bad. Yeah, KFC.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washer and Uncle Tommy, man. All the viewers, man.
Thank you, man.
Same to you, bro.
That evil man, Rowdy. Kana honor the from guy, 10,000 yams and give me a hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so love to your brother.
Correct.
And the Ashanti King.
Uh,
You must see it. You must see always stand up and take a Photoshop up with any young black
nah.
spiritual leaders in the country, like on the boy there.
Nah.
You only want to pass from the Piccadilly Greens. But also for we live with the cost them the passing wrong there. You want to sport young on a platform just up in that she can't again. And so the back there for like little pottongs, they're like termites.
Yep.
So I was shit is very sad in this country though.
You think it easy?
PNM people, see some of them PNM plan them. They have to go in Mr. Washington. But them so they're trying to push us at a race. But they are young educated black boys, so you could be next prime minister or the president in this country.
Correct.
Don't tap your brain. So I was shit best.
Yeah, man. Bless. So, folks, here's my closing comment. Tommy, listen to this. PNM Fox say Wall Street. What Gonzal meant by propagandist. Wall Street, your English poor. Thank you for that compliment. PNM Fox. Coming from you, that's a compliment. Folks, here's my closing quote.
Today is Thursday. Father, July 3rd. And before the world demands strength from me, I run into your arms, Lord, because only your embrace understands the exhaustion no one sees. Only your silence heals wounds I can't even explain. And only your voice can lift a heart that's fallen so many times and still chooses to keep going. Today, Father, I'm not asking for things. I'm asking for healing. I'm asking for courage. I'm asking for the strength to begin again, even without all the answers, and peace, that deep peace that only comes when heaven touches the soul. Restore in me what the world tried to break. Renew in me what pain tried to erase. Remind me that what I carry inside is greater than anything I've ever faced outside. That your presence in me is worth more than applause, success, or human approval. Help me see myself through your eyes, to find worth in me when everything feels like it's falling apart. Teach me to walk even with trembling hands, to trust even when the ground shakes, to believe even when the miracle feels far away. Because at the end of the day, Father, what holds me up is not the strength of my own hands, but the certainty that you walk beside me. And that is enough. In Jesus' name, amen. If this prayer spoke
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. And Miss Georgia, Rajat says, I like Miss Georgia. You can hear resentment in her voice. They want to hear you more. All right, go ahead, Tommy.
Sarah Teasdale says, it is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. Again, Sarah says, it is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. Like I always say, you the man in the mirror. You must become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. Be cool. Be wise. Love you all again. Good night. See you on Sunday, God willing.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
Let me see. Okay.
I have a voice note here from.
Hold on. Let me speak. Oh, okay. 1 minute.
Yes, closing comments time. Well, we've come to the end of another show. Where are we? Better off the same way or worse? It was a moody show, boy.
But I have seen and read of the level of poverty in India. And I want to believe it cannot match ours here. Because here you could still hold up a cardboard in your hand and beg for $1, a bottle of water. I see some across there, my goodness. And some people want to talk like if India is heaven. Oh Lord, please, when you're using stone with that written on it, the pelt, use your left hand, please. Okay? So the very, very important things here didn't get any attention at all. About thousands of people who didn't do anything wrong, boy. They did not do anything wrong. The people above them, probably, I'm not surprised, nothing new. All governments had issues with this whole thing about Jude, special works, 10 days, CPEP, all. Right? If we get it fixed now, kudos. Well done. Fantastic. Yeah. Can never forget because before 2010, the energy minister said, "They watch them like trap, hug that the trap thing, and we go deal with that thing. And when they come in, they make it bigger. They make it bigger. Well, let me deal with the people now, boy. The election gone. Let me see about billing now. Play merchant song now so that they go stick in the 6.5 head. Oh gosh, boy. But then I wasting my time, yes. Maybe I should just pray, boy, because stick back in the ears, the Guyanese say. But God will always hear, so let us pray.
Let me play my voice note.
Go ahead.
Another international recognition for India's Prime Minister, Guyana and Dominica conferred their top awards on Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his contributions during the COVID-19 pandemic and his exceptional contributions to the global community and efforts in strengthening bilateral ties with the two Caribbean nations. The Prime Minister was conferred the Order of Excellence by Guyanese President Irfan Ali, while Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, conferred the highest national award, Dominica Award of Honor, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his statesmanship, his commitment to strengthening India and Dominica ties. Barbados has also announced to honor the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the prestigious Honorary Order of Freedom of Barbados. Earlier, the Indian Prime Minister was also conferred Nigeria's Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. The prestigious distinction makes him only the second foreign dignitary to receive it, a testament to his global standing and leadership. These status awards are yet another feather in his cap. Over the years, PM Modi has been honored by countries and organizations around the world for his exceptional leadership and contributions. Some of these awards include, in July this year, PM Modi officially received Russia's most prestigious civilian honor, the Order of which was bestowed upon him in 2019. The award recognizes PM Modi's contribution to developing a privileged and strategic partnership between Russia and India.
I read most of that.
Between the two countries. On March 22, 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred the Order of Druk Gyalpo, Bhutan's highest civilian decoration.
If you are aware that there is a protest action carried forth on Savannah Porter State, and was any permission sought to have this protest? Oh Lord, you are coming in broken up, so I'm probably just went to
next time now.
So when you pass the area, DCP Archie, call me back. Let's chat.
We play that next time.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Patricia said, "Blessed night, Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Wishing you a happy 4th of July. My sister lives in New Jersey, and her birthday is on the 4th. I lived on 4th Avenue, East Orange for 18 years. Came back to Trinidad 20 years ago." Okay, all right. This thing telling me my phone full, man.
Patricia?
What's that?
Patricia from East Orange.
Yeah.
She remember my company, UTS.
I'm sure she does. Donna says, good night before you go to sleep. Do not forget to say thank you for everything that has happened for you in the past 24 hours. Thank you, Donna. Okay, that is it for the Miss Georgia says, using the term propagandist usually refers to someone who is deliberately spreading biased or misleading information, often to shape public opinion, push a political agenda, or damage the reputation of a party or government. You know, I miss thing. I mean, the only person that didn't know that was PNM Fox.
True.
That's the only person who didn't know that. Hey, look, man, me now come. Man, me now, how you going, brother? All right, folks, closing comments. I didn't see James Howlett tonight, boy. Patricia Pancho, good night to all. God's continued blessing. S-West, surround yourself with people who are going to lift you higher. John Osuna, shalom. Party are the enemy of the state. Monica Ramkasoon says, I will lift mine eye to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and earth. Blessings, worship, and Uncle Tommy. Happy 4th of July. Brooklyn, I go give you 2 minutes.
Well, she talked to me tonight, viewers and listeners. Well, I jump in late. I see like, well, she wait till 11 o'clock tonight.
Now give 2
But
minutes.
I just hear you playing a voice note there from Aisha. Well, from since how long ago? Who sent that voice note?
I don't know.
Them sick in the head over. The UNC win the election. Aisha apologized for that on the radio before she resigned. Only give Aisha a break now, boy.
Yeah.
She apologized. She was getting paid from the PNM. She was eating her food. Let me have some sense now, boy. That nobody don't want to hear that. Or let me waste every time, boy.
Yeah.
UNC win power. Let me uplift the government and push the government now, boy. Only going back into two, boy. Washington, we have a good night. We need positivity for the UNC. We don't want to hear them old thing. We win. God, boy.
Yeah, we win. Or leave it alone. And we don't go back there. All of us, I was with the PNM too, you know what I mean? So, you know, I mean the PNM staff plenty of us. Some words can have different meaning. Being a propagandist is one of them. But you something wrong with you, you know, PNM folks. A propagandist is a person who spread propaganda. Propaganda is spreading lies. Thank you, Mr. Intellectual. Judy Ali said, love each other as well as ourselves, as we love ourselves. Lenora says, saying good night and goodbye until we join up again on Sunday afternoon. Miss Georgia, you need to call in more. Rajesh says that. I just wait to call more, Miss Georgia. Hanif says, Mr. Intellectual, self-hate is a sickness that destroys the mental of such individuals like PNM propagandists. Pearl Sammy said, bless good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and to everyone on the live. Great program as usual. I do enjoy the show. Everyone be safe. Semantic 62 says, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. I ain't see Caribbean Soul closing comment. Henrik Callan says, Wall Street, when these propagandists want some sort of assistance, could they go to the PNM people for any help? No matter what help. Batman says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Correct is right. And Miss Santa Cruz did say, friends, I'm clocking off early tonight. I'm exhausted. Had a funeral this afternoon of a dear cousin that left me drained. Condolences to you and your cousin, Miss Santa Cruz. Folks, we are out of here. We see you on Sunday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. We are out of here. Bye-bye.
No more red, no more rain. No more red, no more rain. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more red, no more rain. 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 No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.